Alright, welcome back everyone to a new episode, to a new series. And just to start the episode off, congratulations to Spain winning the World Cup. Lamina Kubarsi at 19 is crazy. Anyways, that just is the first topic. The world's game is the series is most likely gonna stop. I know it's like barely anyone's watched it, and I feel like it's not gonna have that much hype and entertainment as we have a winner already. So we have a new series coming up. It's gonna be a manager create a club career. And I'm gonna give you more depth to it once we actually start it. Once we get our manager out of the way, I will give you so much more heads up on it. Okay. And that would mean, yep. So we're gonna use the current squads, and we're gonna create a new manager. We're just gonna glasses, no accessories. That's how we're gonna be. And now, time to give a heads up. It's gonna be a create your club series, and the club name, which we're gonna get into now. Let me just show. Alright, and as you can see, we are on Google Translate, and if you see, yes, it's in Portuguese, Centuriões. So basically, the lore behind this is a Brazilian club, Brazilian roots, but however, I'm playing the Portuguese league for two reasons. First of all, Brazil league is not licensed in FC26, and second, Brazil was once a colony in Portugal. They speak Portuguese, so we're gonna go with this ideology that this club was the bridge to the top Brazilian talents, representing Brazil in Europe at the top club stage. This is where all Brazilians dream, and we're gonna also go for the club policies and all, but it's kind of like centurions of Brazilian footballers. So this is what it's gonna be. And alright, let's go paste that in. Alright, so as you saw, we're gonna put that in. Hopefully, I'm gonna get it right.
No.
Alright, so I believe that's how it is spelled, I believe. Let me check my game bar. Centurion. Yup, we spelled it right. So that's gonna be your nickname, and short name is just San. Just Centuriões. Perfect. It's gonna be CBR. And the mascot, let's see, what we're gonna pick. Should we go for a cat, guys? Let's go for a parrot, because it kind of represents the Amazon. Loki, I like that a lot. So we are going to Portugal, extremely unseen. And I remember searching up who was the worst team in Portugal. Casapia. It was with a B. Oh wait, I think because of these squads. So we're gonna go with the lowest rated squad. Alright, we're gonna replace these. So our rival is going to be Benfica, and that's because they're the best team in Portugal. So, and now one of my favorites personally is the kits. So actually, first things first, I want to see. Honestly, it looks like one of the best kits I've ever created in my life. So yeah, Electronic Arts is gonna be our sponsor. For the next one, we're gonna have both of them are really clean. I know the EA sponsors kind of ruin it, but I wanted to make up for the FIFA Mode Manager Online with EA for most of this series, probably. So yeah, I actually think our kits are really nice. And our goalkeeper is, I think we're just gonna go with let's see what we can get. See if we can get a black. Yeah, we can go with that. Oh my, bro, but I can't stop admiring these kits. They're actually so good, man. Wow, these kits are brilliant, honestly. So yeah, these are going to be our kits for the season. And it's gonna be hard to replace these because for me, these are actually really cool and nice to have. And representing in our Brazil colors. Alright, that looks really good. Kind of gives a Centurion vibe. This is turning out pretty well, man. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna go with. So this is gonna be a big funded project by Brazil, the Federation of Brazil, and EA is gonna be helping. So we're gonna have a pretty big stadium, you could say. I think this one's pretty good. Are we gonna name it Stadio? So let's see. Please tell me. Oh, it doesn't fit. Alright, we're going to start. Alright, it amuses me. Alright, so we've got our stadium, we've got the customization, looks brilliant. And our overall rating is going to be 3 stars. So it is going to be a sort of road to glory. How, like I said, this sort of funded. And we're gonna have. Oh, that team looks really good though. That looks like a team that could compete. So it is gonna be very young. And since this is funded, we have a 50 million budget. And we'll be full now. It'll be. Let's do football giant for now. It's gonna be no sacking, obviously. So should we go 3-star, guys? I feel like that's a bit too much though, because we have a 78 rated player. So yeah, I think that's too high. We can go with like a 2-star team or 2.5-star, because that's the lowest that'll be. Oh, we'll go to 2.5-star. Try and get a good formation though. We don't want to work with a 5 at the back, do we? I look for a Brazilian sort of formation. I like that. We'll go with that. Advance. And I'm going to try and see if I can change the nationalities. Can I? Alright, I can. So, be on authentic. And ultimate difficulties will be so hard. Trust me. Trust me, this will be hard. And alright, let's do top 5 leagues as usual. Also, we'll be able to use. So, okay, once we get into the squad, I will talk about policies. No sacking. Normal. Unexpected events are on. Half length is 6 minutes ultimate. 3 current overall. This will be off. Game type authentic. Dynamic. Tactical, yes. Squad, no. Transfers, active, negotiate, realistic, strict, normal, scouting, on. General settings, no sacking. Yes. Wish you can add national teams with Creative Club. We will try and get the Brazil job. Hopefully we get it. Tough. On. Deep simulations on. We're gonna go with Euros. High. Pitch rate on. Alright. So yes, I don't think we'll get an option, but if Brazil comes knocking, we will come. But if anything else, no. No.
Deem as boas-vindas ao novo treinador.
And Centuriões Brasilia joins the Portuguese League as a new journey begins. and we're in here. So the policy is 80% of our entire squad must be Brazilian, and in the starting 11, only 3 Portuguese. Alright, so as you can see, 80% of times 11, sorry, is 8.8. So we're gonna go with 8. Actually, we're not gonna go to 9. So yes, we have 3 players in the starting 11 that cannot be Brazilian. So that's about it settled. Starting keeper is Luis Carrero at a 73 rating, and he's extremely young at the age of 22. He's 6'4" and 169 pounds. Left-footed too. This looks like an excellent keeper, who I don't think we'll have to replace for a very long time. We have 2 backups. First, Cesar Araujo, 65, 22 as well. He looks pretty good as a backup. And Jonas Maciel, 65 as well, 22. So 3 really young keepers that don't really need to be replaced. Our starting left back, Oscar Caeiro, 69 right back. Yeah, pretty good, you could say. Andre Castro, oh, he's Portuguese. So we have a Portuguese boy here. 63 overall. He is Portuguese. So, like, I think our only Portuguese player. So, yeah, I guess his mother was like Brazilian or something. So, he's our backup. We're pretty decent overall at 20. Our starting off. Okay, so we have a really good young squad. So, one of our starting center backs, 73, Gonzalo Gouveia, 29 years of age and 6'5". He's going to be a tower. Looks pretty good for a few seasons to come, definitely. Our other center back is also 29, Vasco Caeiro, or Caeiro, I think. 74 overall, center back, left back, and center mid. Again, looks pretty well. And we have Andre Prata as one of our backups. I think the only backup. 64 overall, 19. So we're going to have to look into center backs since we only have 3 in the squad. With right back, Vasco Yarden, 68, 24. And then another one, João Silva, 21. So he's actually better than Vasco Yarden. So João Silva's probably going to start because he's younger. And he's taller. If we look at the stats, or attributes, sorry, he looks much better. And I think our starter, backup center mid or starter, Junior Vasco, 69 overall center mid, 27 years of age. And then we have Eulogio Azevedo, 73 overall center mid and CDM, so more defensive minded, and he's 24, pretty young. And next we have Paulo Roberto Fraga, who has such a Brazilian name, and he's 32, so he's one of the veterans, and most likely will leave after a season or 2. And now we have the youngest player of the team, 54 overall, Roberto Ariana, a attacking-minded center mid, who's 18. So we could actually look into keeping him for the future. Next we have Bruno Sierra, who's 32, 69. So he's probably gonna move on soon. And next we have Yanis Royo, who has a nice tank to his name, 74 cam and striker, 25. So he might, be an extremely important addition to the squad. Next is Rashid Tavaro, who apparently is Moroccan. So that will be allowed, because that could be allowed, because so far we only have 2 foreign players, but like I said, so only 3 in the starting 11 could be out of Brazil, and in the squad, 80% of the squad also has to be Brazilian, which we'll calculate soon. Next, when the squad doesn't have a problem, I think only the starting 11. Next, we have Rafa Araujo, 68 rated cam, who is 22. So if we lose Yanis Royo, and soon Tavaro will be gone. Well, he's 29, so and he might be able to take over Rafa Araujo. He has a chance. And next we have Fernando Duarte, 18, 55 rated a cam, looks pretty good. He's a tower as well. And next we have Jean Santiago, 22, 65, and so versatile. Like, all the wing positions are covered. Looks pretty good. And next we have Oliveiro Costa, which is French. I changed that, but I don't know about that. 50 overall right winger, 20 years of age. Probably have to move him on. And then we have Fabiano Ramos at 28, 75 overall. He looks really good. And to finish up the squad, Luis Otavio Basilio, 27, 64. Probably won't have much of an impact in the squad. That's out of the way. We have to handle transfers and the academy. And the first thing I'm doing is be an extra scout after one leaves, I think. So yes, it's just gonna be nice to have him here. You know, sub scout. And as for transfers, first of all, I'm gonna get rid of our just get him out because I really just don't like it. I don't like notifications. So actually, once they're done, we're gonna give them the exact profile we want. And let's see our office. What's our budget right now? And it's sitting at 43 million. So we've just spent 7 million on the youth academy, which I think is brilliant because it's gonna be a big chunk of the series. And next, transfers, squad. What are we gonna do next? So I think we're pretty much done setting this team out. Yup, but the coaches. I'm gonna reject that because I don't want that. If Luis is gonna leave, probably on a transfer. Let's see our office now, how it's looking. 41 mil, and that's for transfers, so looking pretty good as we near preseason. And we have a pretty solid squad. I think we challenge for UCL. Ooh, this is a big one. Fabiano Ramos, our 75 rated striker. It's Freiburg have come in. Alright, so let's see if he's back. Our scout's back. Oh wait, we have them available. So we can sign outside Brazil and Portugal, but we'd like to stick with it. So as for Fabiano Ramos, so don't go less than 9.5. Alright, so we buy ourselves some time for our scouts to come back. Alright, best paying tournament is this one. So we'll go to this. And I think we might have gone to reply about Fabiano Ramos. Not yet. So we're playing Malaga, Portsmouth, and a Turkish club. In 7 days, we're playing Portsmouth. Alright, so 9.7 million is the offer for Fabiano Ramos. Do we do this? He's 29. I'm gonna accept that. Let's see if our scouts are coming back. Alright. Southern Europe and Portugal, because we can find much more Portuguese players there. So for now, Fabiano Ramos is looking more and more likely to leave Centuriões Brasilia. So he was scouted by us, and we were kind of a stepping stone for him to make his way to Germany, which, like I said, it's kind of our goal, but our goal is to bridge them to the Champions League, not sell them out. We can easily beat this Portsmouth side. I think we're much better. The squad is extremely strong, according to my analysis. Should we do the pre-match training? That sounds like I don't want to really do that. So let's get into the game. And Fabiano Ramos most likely moving on to Freiburg. So we're gonna give him his debut, so at least in the record books. Because this club is going to look at from centuries. So at least in the record books, he will be viewed as someone who played for the squad. A player who leaves the squad as a stepping stone to his Freiburg success. And who played one game, and that was in preseason. Also, this is all of these players, like, first appearances. Like, a lot of these are players that weren't caught up by scouts, and they might have been older, that we found. But I will soon hope. Oh no, that's not what I meant. Oh my god, what a tackle, man. From Araujo, I believe. No, I don't think it was Araujo. But that was a great tackle. I also got into Minecraft. More like, I used to play this more than Minecraft, and then. Alright, and here we go. Ramos, in his probably his first and last game for the club, will score the club's first ever goal. Score on his debut for Centuriões, and probably his last goal in his first and last game. He has scored and put us in front. Steals the ball, sprints through, the defender comes in, puts pressure. He just toe punts it past the keeper. It's 1-0, we're through against Portsmouth. So far in this game, yeah, he kind of toe punts it. Keeper, huge error. Probably should save that. But come on, we have made it 1-0. To CBR.
And 1-0 it is. Let's see what.
Go Tavaro, go. The Moroccan. The Arab, the African. The only one in the squad. Plays it through. For Fernand. Oh, he hit on his own teammate. Oh, but it's a penalty. And Fabiano Ramos has the chance to score two. Of this case, still eye-catching, man. Yeah, so Fabiano Ramos could score a brace in his first ever club for this first ever game for this club, and probably his last.
And a chance for 2-0.
And he puts it in. It's 2-0 to the Centuriões de Brazil. And again, Ramos, he scored a brace now. And again, his first ever appearance for us, and again, most likely his last. He just like, I think Freiburg saw something in him that they wanted, and like they want to secure him before we really knew if he was any good. That's smart from them, but now we know he's actually brilliant, and he could become one of the best players in the world at some point. As we could concede our first goal, great tackle.
Really closing him down.
Oh, have we skipped through? Yes, we have. Play to Tavaro. We do. Fabiano Ramos scores a hat-trick. 3-0. What a performance. 3 goals from Ramos. Oh no. Oh no, how we messed up. What a finish as well with the left foot. Have we messed up selling him to Freiburg? And now Freiburg's gonna want him even more. Because he's scoring hat-tricks in his first ever game, in his first ever professional game. Not only for Centuriões, But we're talking about his first ever club career game. Like, I want to get back to it, obviously, while having more spotlight on this game. And that ends the first half. Centuriões Brasilia and every single player on the squad's first professional game are leading 3-0 against English side Portsmouth. And Ramos has scored 3, all our goals in 4 shots. In 4 shots he scored 3. What a hat trick, man. Alright, let's get into the squad, maybe make a change or 2. What could we make? So let's try Basilio. Let's try Araujo. We are 3-0 up in our first ever game.
So back in business, and Union very much on top of their game so far. So let's see how the second 45 plays out. And he read it superbly.
How our keeper kit doesn't have a sponsor though. And here we go. Here comes Royo. Royo! It's saved by the keeper. Even without Ramos, I think we're doing really well. So, obviously no goals, but as a team.
Dozel. Now with Bishop. Keshi Anderson. Good idea.
Great tackle.
Fizzles out.
Here comes Araujo. Like I said, he has that pace about him. And he plays it through brilliant to Royo, who has a horrible fake shot and willingly, deservedly loses the ball there. And Portsmouth counter now. But Portsmouth are looking plain, just like English, like it's English football. It's nothing like we have that flair. And they might score. And they do. Just as I'm saying that, Portsmouth got one back. It's really much older, but we conceded our first ever goal in our first ever match. We defended really solid this game, but yep, we just have to concede at some point. Fabian Ramos ends with his 8.6 in what could be his final and first performance for Centuriões. As we're gonna make some subs to our midfielders. See if anyone can play midfield.
Ogilvy. Knight. And Chaplin has it. Devlin. On to Adams.
Alright, really nothing here to be honest, as the game is coming to a close.
Corner Ogilvy. And just 5 minutes remaining. Murphy. Will it be? Well, I think just lost his focus for a second, and a throw-in conceded. Pressure applied. And a throw coming up after that authoritative challenge. Showing good situational awareness.
Oh, we got sent. Alright. Are we going to concede a second goal here? And we don't. The game, our first ever game, ends 3-1 as a victory to Centuriões. As Ramos, oh my, what is this glitch? Ramos is named the man of the match after his hat-trick in his first ever game. And I've said it many times, most likely his last for Centuriões de Brasilia. performance. Fabian Ramos easily. We had more shots in less possession as well. Let's advance. Great, comfortable victory, which should put us up ahead to receive that preseason cash. Alright, so I have an updated scout report. 5 days remaining till we find and yes, I was correct as we say our farewells to our only scorer in our history, Fabian Ramos. He played his first game against Portsmouth, scored a hat-trick, and leaves a day after. Everyone applaud and say thank you as we bid farewell to Fabian Ramos as he goes on to chase his career, and he moves on to Freiburg SC, where he can definitely develop his career and maybe play in the Europa League. Great move for him. And as for us, that leaves us scrambling for a new striker, D. So yes, we do say goodbye. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Alright. Thank you, Fabian Ramos. Forever remembered, Fabian Ramos, club's first ever scorer and scored a hat.